Okay, I believe my screen is visible to everyone. All of you, turn your cameras on. Abu Bakr, how are you guys doing? Yeah, Mustafa, how are you? Turn your cameras on. I think like some of you were absent in the last class. Was it you, Mustafa? Were you absent or?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Watch the recording of the missed class. Okay. In the last class, basically we had learned about the asexual reproduction. Okay, na? We had learned about budding, and what else did we learn about? Yes, Priyanka and Doha?
Binary fission.
Binary fission, very good. Okay, does amoeba reproduces via binary fission?
Yes.
Good. What is this organism called as? Planaria. Okay, no?
Yeah,
They are aquatic organisms. They are aquatic worms, particularly. Okay, they are also said to reproduce via binary fission. Their body will split into two parts, and each part will grow into a new organism. Okay. Then we also learned about some interesting concept like cell division takes place inside our body also, and in our body cell division takes place into two different ways. Okay, now you must think about it like how does, is there some noise coming from my background? Is there any?
no.
Oh, give me 1 minute, I will just shut the window. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So we're saying that in our body also, cell is kind of reproducing, but that reproduction is different from binary fission or any other type of reproduction which we have learned about. So we won't call this as reproduction at all. We will simply call this as cell division. This is a topic that you are going to be learning obviously in your ninth grade, in the 10th grade as well. So basically what happens, the cells in our body, you guys know every day so many cells die in our body, so many new cells are formed in our body, right now. So cell continuously is dividing. So how do they divide? Most of the cells in our body, except for the gamete cells, except for the sperm and the ovum, they are dividing via the method called as mitosis, in which they are simply splitting into two. Like you have this red blood cells, you can see how it's splitting into two. Getting it now? So not in the blood, but even the cells in our eye, in our heart, lungs, all the muscular cells, the hair cells, the bone cells, the ligaments, etc. All of them are dividing by the method called as mitosis. This is some extra fact which I have told you. Then there's one more important fact, one more important fascinating thing which we have learned is the concept of parthenogenesis. Okay, in which basically new organisms are born without the egg being fertilized. Okay, right? It's not like the male gamete is fertilizing the egg, but due to some natural factors, like it could be because of the change in temperature, ultraviolet light rays, due to some hormones, or even due to the changing season, the new organisms can be born even if that egg has not been fertilized by the sperm, by the male gamete. So that's some interesting thing. So today we are going to continue with the cloning method. Have you guys heard about cloning? Mm-hmm. It's a
Yes,
growing
sir.
it's a growing subject in the field of medical science. Okay, no? And cloning, uh, basically in the process of cloning, new individuals can be basically in the method of cloning now, like genetically identical copy of a cell, of a tissue, of an organ, or an entire organism can be made, or an entire organism can be made. So it's basically production. It's basically the process of generation of a genetically identical copy of a cell, of a tissue, of a organ or an organism. Getting it now? So cloning, it is a process of generating a genetically identical copy of a cell, a tissue, or an organism Okay, organs also included, by the way, in this. Okay, so we are going to learn about this with the help of a sheep, which was the first cloned animal. So let us understand how this process is carried out. Okay, all of you will pay attention to this process is very important, and wherever you guys will face any difficulty, any questions, make sure you guys ask questions and do not stay silent in the class. Okay, now you will just either raise your hand or just stop me there so I can clear your doubts. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so let us understand like how it was done in the in the sheep actually. So first of all, like this dolly sheep now, it was cloned, the first cloned animal, and this process was done in the year 1996. So we are talking about almost 30 years ago. She was the first mammal to have been cloned. Okay, let us understand how it was carried out. Let's take a look at this picture over here. Okay, so first of all, the first process was to get the cells from the donor here, to get the cells from the donor. Okay, so the mammary cells were taken from the fin dorset sheep. Fin dorset is the name of the species of a sheep. Keep this thing in mind. And Scottish blackface is also name of the species of a sheep. Particularly, they are called so because they on their face black fur grows. Their face is kind of black. So they are a Scottish blackface and fin dorset. These are the two donor animals. So from the fin dorset, mammary glands produces the milk. Mammary glands basically produces the milk. So from the mammary glands, some cells were taken out. Some cells were taken out. Okay. And from the Scottish blackface, this sheep was the egg donor. Okay, now this was the egg donor. So basically, the egg, that is the female gametes, were taken from the Scottish blackface. So far, it should be clear to everyone. Okay.
So I didn't understand the nuclear donor part.
Nuclear donor part. It will become clear once we discuss that. After that, see here the egg cell has been taken. Okay, what is this? A small structure representing? It's the
Cell.
nucleus inside the egg. Okay,
Mm.
na? That's the nucleus. Okay. Then from the mammary gland, it has what? The mammary gland, it has nucleus inside it. Okay. Sorry, not the mammary gland is referring to the mammary cells. So we have taken one of the mammary cell. Okay, now we have selected only one single mammary cell. And here we have taken the egg cell, but from that egg cell, the nucleus has been removed. You see that empty egg cell without a nucleus, right? And you see that mammary cell having a nucleus in it. Getting it? So since the mammary cell here, the nucleus from the mammary cell will be used. That's why this fin dorset is called as nuclear donor. And only the egg cell from the Scottish blackface is being used, so that is called as egg donor. So the egg cell taken from the Scottish blackface, so from that nucleus was removed. And the mammary cell that was taken from the fin dorset ship. So these two cells were, with the help of electrical shocks, they were combined. With the help of electrical shocks, they were combined. As a result of this, a new cell was formed, right? So this combined cell that has formed now has the nuclear material of the fin dorsate now? It is having where? It is having the nuclear material from the fin dorsate ship now? Yes or no? Getting it?
Yes, sir.
While the egg is from the Scottish blackface. The egg is of the Scottish blackface, but the main thing is the nucleus, the nucleus that is from the fin dorsate ship. Now, this was put into the womb of this surrogate view. This is basically a sheep. Okay, now. So basically, this zygote that have now grown into embryo, it was put into the uterus of this sheep. Now, once the after some months, Dolly the sheep was born. But look at the face of the Dolly. Is it black? Is it black? Obviously,
No,
no.
sir.
It's white, no? So who is Dolly the sheep resembling? Finn Dorset or Scottish blackface?
Fin Dorset.
Finn Dorset, no? She resembles Finn Dorset. But who gave birth? Scottish blackface actually gave birth. That's a surrogate mother here. But the Dolly, she is carrying the nuclear material of Finn Dorset.
Fin Dorset.
That's why her face is not black. Tell me if there's any question from this to anyone.
No, sir.
No,
So this donorship here, she provided basically the nucleus from the mammary gland cells, and this Scottish blackface, she basically provided the egg cell that is the ovum, and we have the surrogate ship here, right? And that will basically carry the embryo. So the first step was that scientists basically they took the mammary gland cells. Okay, now then later on, what they did from the another ship, they have taken the egg cell. Okay. Then the nucleus from this egg cell was removed. So it does not have any genetic material left inside it. It just will have the cytoplasm in it right now. Then, with the help of electrical shocks, both the cells were combined together right now. Like this eggshell, it was given a small electrical shock. So this basically triggered the egg to start dividing also further. It will divide as if it has been naturally fertilized. Then it will develop into embryo. It will develop into embryo, and then it is put into the uterus of the surrogate ship. Okay. So what happened in the year then? In the year 1996, Dolly the sheep was born, and this Dolly was genetically identical to whom? Identical to donor ship, that is Finn Dorset. That is Finn Dorset. And who was she? She was basically the nuclear donor. Sorry, nucleus donor, I mean to say. Or we can say nuclear donor too. Okay, no? So this basically helped us to understand that just with the help of the nuclear material, okay, now just if we have the nuclear material of an organism, or even if we have the nuclear material of a cell, we can produce an entire cell, entire organism out of it. Okay, so that is the thing. Any questions from this?
no, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, Doha, please read the given paragraph.
Cloning process, a cell collected from the mammary gland of the Fin Dorset sheep. An unfertilized egg cell was collected from the Scottish blackface ewe.
Hmm.
Okay, and the nucleus was removed from the egg. The nucleus of the mammary cell of the Fin Dorset sheep was inserted into the empty egg cell of the Scottish blackface ewe. The new egg cell produced was implanted into the uterus of Scottish blackface. Um, the development of this egg normally produced the clone Dolly after 148 days.
Good. So she was born on 5th of July 1996. Okay. And we have learned how she was basically born. And this is basically an exact replica, like kind of the replica of the Dolly the sheep. Okay, no? Now the question is that why do we even need to do this method? Why was the need? What was the scientific reasoning behind carrying out this process of cloning right now? So actually, cloning has some advantages. Okay, na? It has some advantages, although it comes along with several challenges, but it has some advantages. Like from if you have a sample of a cell, so from a sample of a cell or a tissue, we can produce a entirely new cell having the same genetic material in it. Getting it? Also, we can even make clones of organs. We can even make clones of organs, but still it's a very challenging concept. Okay, na? It's still a very challenging concept. Research is being done on it, but we have not been able to have much success in making clones of organs. So you guys think about it. If cloning of organs were to be very successful and very kind of, we would say, affordable and successful, so will it not be a kind of revolution in the medical field? Huh? There's an issue of
Yes.
organ transplantation, right? Donors of organs are, it's very difficult to find, or like organs like kidney, for example. Getting it now? So there's issue with the organ transplantation in almost every country. So with the method of cloning, the problem of organ transplantation, with the method of cloning, the problem of organ transplantation can be resolved to some extent. Getting it, guys? Okay. So that's the
Yes.
thing. So with the help of cloning, we can produce exact identical copies of the animals. Okay, we can, but it's not very much successful as of now. Okay. Like we have not entirely achieved so much of success. It can be done. Okay. Like we have achieved success in cloning samples of cells, samples of tissues. Getting it? But there are some problems associated with cloning. There are some disadvantages too. But still, we are doing it. Then in domestic animals, superior milk yielding cows are cloned. Sheep that are yielding high and superior quality of wool, they are cloned to produce sheep that gives a high yield of superior quality as well. Okay. So these are the advantages. Okay, answer the following question. Who was Dolly the sheep?
The first cloned mammal.
The first clone mammal.
The first
Exactly.
cloned
Next question.
Egg cell
As
from another sheep.
Excel from another sheep.
Hmm. So which cell was
mammal.
used to create Dolly the sheep? Egg cell from another sheep. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which cell was used to create Dolly the sheep? For this, actually, two options would be the right one. Okay, na? Because not only one cell was used, but two cells were used. But if we were to particularly talk about the genetic material of which sheep was used, so it was the mammary gland cell taken up from one of the donor, isn't it, guys?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. Hmm. So these are some of the short definitions which you guys will refer to once notes will be given to you. We have some questions. Let's do that. Yeah. Also, in the exam, sometimes the question might be asked about the advantages of cloning. Okay, na? So you can even add some points like we can even like cloning can help bring back animals that are near extinction or they have recently gone extinct. Right? You guys have heard about the woolly mammoth, right?
Yes, sir.
If we have some DNA of woolly mammoth left, we can bring them back by the method of cloning, isn't it? Woolly mammoths, they were living in the ice age, by the way, right? You'd be aware.
Yes.
So in theory, it is correct, but it's very difficult in principle. Practical is quite difficult. Getting it, no? So if we have well preserved DNA from a woolly mammoth, suppose a woolly mammoth was preserved in ice. So there's some way to bring them back, but it's much harder than cloning the Dolly the sheep. Cloning Dolly the sheep was easier. Okay, no? That's the thing. So talking about the advantages, there's a possibility of bringing back the extinct species, or we can revive the endangered animals. In the medical research also, we have several benefits. Clone animals can be used to study the diseases in a different way. Okay, that's the thing. And there's also possibility of producing organs for transplant, which I was discussing. Okay, and in future, right now we have not achieved much success, but in future, cloning may help us to produce organs for transplant. Okay, continue with this. Yes, the process of fusion of male and female gamete. That is, what do we call that?
Fertilization.
Fertilization, exactly. Animals that give birth to young ones.
Mm,
Yes. Animals that give birth to young ones, what do we call them? Oviparous or viviparous? Haven't we learned about that?
The oviparous.
You're saying oviparous. Okay, what about others? We have had examples of oviparous and viviparous both.
Sir, we will.
It's viviparous, exactly. Like humans, cows, dogs, cats, they give birth to live young ones now. And oviparous are those that lay eggs, like hens, frogs, reptiles. Okay, don't get confused in that. So for this answer, for this question, the right answer is cow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Third question. Says external fertilization occurs inside the body of the animal.
So false.
false.
That is false.
False.
Male gametes are also called sperms.
True.
True.
True. Very good. Fifth question. Fourth question. What is the difference between external and internal fertilization?
External fertilization takes place outside of the body, and internal fertilization takes place inside the body.
Okay, good. Priyanka, you mentioned one more difference. One more difference Priyanka mentioned.
Sir, internal fertilization germinates like outside the body, and for the other one, it germinates inside the female's body.
You're saying opposite. Or instead of germination, you should be saying fertilization. See, in the case of internal fertilization, as the word internal means inside. So in this, the fertilization, the fusion of the male and the female gametes takes place inside the female reproductive system. While in the case of external fertilization, as mentioned earlier by Duha, it takes place in the outside environment, like in the water. There's one more difference. Here, Mustafa, yes, Abu Bakr. There's at least one more difference between them. In which one more number of egg cells are released? Tell me. Do fishes lay more number of eggs, or do let's say take the example of cow, or let's say example of dogs or cats, in which
Sir,
female or fishes obviously no, and in fishes external fertilization happens or internal?
Sir,
External.
external.
External. So we have got one more difference here, that in the case of external fertilization, more number of egg cells are released. More egg cells are released. While in the case of internal, less egg cells are released. Okay, continue with the question number 5 now.
sir,
Sir, sperm, male gametes,
The
ovum,
sperm, male
female
gametes.
gametes, zygote, fertilized egg.
Zygote is fertilized egg.
Everyone's answer is correct. Very good. Okay, you have a set of reproductive terms have been given. You have to choose the set that has an incorrect combination. Sperm, testis, sperm duct and penis, menstruation, egg, oviduct, uterus. Look at the options here.
So C.
Option C. Okay, what about others?
Yes, sir. C.
C. Why? Because
Because egg uterus is mentioned. Sperm is the odd one out.
sperm is the odd one out here. Right now? Good. In humans, the development of the fertilized egg takes place where? Saying development of the fertilized egg. Yeah, Priyanka?
Uterus.
Uterus.
That is uterus. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is this where the uterus is?
No, sir.
And
Uh, Is this where the uterus is?
yes, sir.
Okay. What do we call this structure?
Fallopian tube.
Oviduct.
Oviduct or
Oh yeah,
fallopian tube?
fallopian tube.
Either we call it oviduct or fallopian tube. Both is correct. Okay. Good. What do we call this part? This structure over here?
Cervix.
That's cervix. Okay. What is this?
Ovary.
Ovary.
Ovary. Good. If suppose this fallopian tube were to be blocked, right? If the fallopian tube is blocked somehow, let's say, okay, so thereby that female will be able to carry the baby or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. So they will have to go through the which method?
IVF method.
Sir,
What is
IVF
the
method.
what is the full form of this? What's the full form? In vitro in vitro fertilization. Okay, now that's the IVF. Okay. This question is actually incomplete, so we'll be skipping that. Yeah. Look at the question. Priyanka, read the question. Mustafa, you read the question.
Animals exhibiting external fertilization produce a large number of gametes. Pick the appropriate reason for the following.
Also, before doing it, you guys look at it. Like sometimes the fishes will lay the eggs on the aquatic plants, like on the tape grasses. You guys know Vallisneria, like it's a tape grass, right now found inside the water. They are kind of fleshy leaves that float with water. So they will be laying their eggs
So
on
like
that.
algae.
Algae, that's different. Yeah, they are also types of algae only. Okay, now there are some algae which are like they're kind of they will basically grow on the surface of the rocks, while some of them are big inside. Like for example, seaweeds, like that. And what will happen then once they have laid their eggs on the surface of the leaf like that? Okay, then the male fish will come and they will lay their sperms. And sometimes while the female fish will be laying the eggs now, the male fish will wait to spread the sperm over the eggs. Right now? But in all the scenario, basically fertilization is happening in the water, in the external environment. Getting it now? Yeah, now answer the question.
So C.
What about others? Yes. By the way, have you guys seen the fishes found in the deep ocean? Have you seen deep sea creatures? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Sir, like
Like there are some fishes whose head, front portion of the head is transparent. You can even look at the brain of the fish.
Oh, yes, sir.
There are some fishes whose body is almost transparent, or some who have gigantic eyes. Okay, no. Particularly in the Mariana Trench, the fishes that you will find, they are almost blind because no light reaches there, and their body is also transparent. Okay. Answer the fifth question. The reproduction by budding takes place in
Sir D.
option number D.
Hydra.
Sir, Hydra.
It is
So Hydra.
Hydra. It is Hydra actually. Look at the image for those of you who have forgotten it. Look at the Hydra. That's Hydra. So initially there will be a small outgrowth on its body that we're calling as bud. This bud will further develop and finally detach from its parent. So it's an example of budding. Okay, Priyanka and others. This question answer the sixth question. Which of the following statements about reproduction in human is correct? Yeah.
Sir D.
Option number D. Okay. What about others?
Yes, Sir D.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
D.
What's the problem with C? It's saying that egg moves towards the sperm, but it's the
The sperm
opposite.
moves
Moves
egg.
Exactly.
towards the egg.
Okay. Also, one more thing is that does the fertilization here just occur by mere chance, or is it the ovum that selects one of the sperm that will fertilize it?
The ovum selects one
It
of the
selects
sperms.
Ovum selects it. Very good. In human beings, after fertilization, the structure which gets embedded in the wall of uterus. Be careful while answering this one. The structure which gets embedded in the wall of uterus. Embedded means implants itself,
foetus.
goes to the wall of the uterus and attaches itself.
Foetus.
Foetus.
Fetus? No, not fetus. Not the fetus.
So zygote.
No, not the zygote. First of all, as we had learned, when
Ovum.
fertilization wanes, how can it be ovum? Can it be ovum? No.
Sir,
Ovum
embryo.
is not even, it's embryo actually. Ovum can't be the answer because it is not even fertilized yet. So how can it embed itself into the wall of uterus? So first fertilization takes place. After the fertilization has taken place, the nucleus of both the cells have fused together. They have merged together to form zygote. Then later on, what is happening? The number of cells in the zygote, it starts to multiply. The cells starts to divide in it. Getting it? It divides and divides. So now it has basically formed into an embryo. So it's the embryo that transplants itself into the wall of the uterus. Getting it? The embryo is going to get embedded. It's embedded into the wall of the uterus. Okay, now wall of the uterus is also known as endometrium. Okay. So that is going to be embryo. Eighth question. Answer this one.
Sir B.
B you're saying. Okay. What about others?
So B.
Option number D you are saying. Or B.
So B.
B. Okay. B. Mustafa, Abu Bakr. It's a simple question.
Sir B.
Option B is the correct one. Very good. Because first of all, question says aquatic animals in which, like when it's mentioned aquatic animals, so obviously external fertilization will happen. Okay. And almost all the aquatic animals, they lay eggs now, so hence they're oviparous. So option number B. But not everyone. There are some exceptions. Huh? So you guys name some aquatic animals that do not lay eggs but give birth to live young ones.
So whale.
Whale, a good example, and
Shark.
sharks. Yeah, sharks. Dolphins.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What about sea lions? Sea lions, right?
yes, sir.
Seals.
Seals. Yeah, although they partly they live on land also, but they are found to be in the water also. They do spend a significant amount of time on land, but they are good swimmers. They are found in the water also. Yeah, we can count that.
Penguins.
Penguins. Yeah, penguins can also be counted. Okay, different species of shark like bull shark. You have a hammerhead shark. Yeah, Priyanka.
Penguins lay egg, right?
Penguins lay eggs. Um,
Yes, so they lay.
I think they lay eggs actually. Haha. Yeah, penguins they lay eggs actually. They are oviparous. They are oviparous. Okay, no. Also, they are good swimmers also. Or they are so much social animals. They are very social. Okay, penguins are said to be very socially active animals. Yeah. So, question number 10, we were done with this or not?
So you just came to the slide.
Yeah. Question number 9. Yeah. After fertilization, the resulting cell which gives rise to a new individual is the. It's saying after fertilization, the resulting cell. It's saying a cell. What forms after fertilization? Which cell is formed after fertilization?
Embryo.
Look here. After fertilization, which cell is formed? Zygote, no?
Zygote, then
Okay,
embryo.
no?
Yeah.
Zygote, no? Also keep this in mind that zygote is a unicellular cell. Zygote is not a tissue, not a multicellular structure. It's a unicellular. At the very beginning, it is unicellular. Right at the moment when a sperm cell has fertilized the egg cell. So they have formed to form a single cell. But embryo, can you call embryo a cell? You cannot address
Almost.
embryo or fetus as cell. So since the question is saying cell, so it's obviously referred to the zygote. 10th question. We have to choose the correct sequence of events during reproduction.
So A.
Option A,
Yes.
you're saying. Okay. What about others?
Yes, A.
It is indeed A. Because first of all, the individuals they reach adulthood, they reach puberty. So as they have hit puberty, their reproductive organs are now developed. They releases the gametes. They produces the gamete cells. Then fertilization happens in zygote, and then embryo is formed. Yeah, and is there some noise coming from my side?
Oh no, so
Okay, answer this question.
so testis. Sorry, sperm.
So that is sperm cell. Okay, and the next question.
1.
1.
One.
One.
Third question.
So fish.
Fish.
And that is a simple one. That is.
So zygote.
Zygote.
Mhm. Which of the following is not a part of the male reproductive system?
Ovary.
Ovary.
What is another name of vas deferens? It's another name.
Sperm duct.
Very good. So that is a sperm duct. Okay. Good. A paramecium reproduces by dividing itself into two daughter cells. This process is called
Binary fission.
Sir,
binary
binary fission.
fission. Exactly. That's binary fission. The female gamete produced by the ovary is called dash. It is haploid in nature. Haploid means that it has half chromosomes, half the number of chromosomes. Half the number of chromosomes. Meaning that it has only how much? 23 chromosomes. Do
So
you guys
ovum.
Ovum.
ovum. Do you guys recall this thing? We have just
Yes,
a little
23
introduction to this.
chromosomes
23
in the
chromosomes in
female
O.
and 23 in the male.
Exactly. Both sperm and ovum, both of them individually contain 23 chromosomes. And when they fuse together, 23 plus 23, that is
46.
46. So zygote has 46 chromosomes. Good. So that is O. Yeah. Which of the following is the site of fertilization? So obviously that is fallopian tube, right? That is where fertilization happens now.
Yes,
Do
sir.
not confuse it with uterus. In uterus, the development of the baby takes place, but in the fallopian tube, it's happening. Now you guys look at the given video and tell me what's being shown in the following video. Both the videos are being referred to the same concept. They are related. Yeah. Analyze it and tell me what do you observe.
So binary fission.
Binary.
Exactly. Very good. That is binary fission. Okay, now as you guys can clearly see that the cell is simply splitting up. Like the organism here is dividing up. Right now, like here, the first video here is of a bacteria. Okay, now you see how the bacteria is splitting. Right now, it's simply splitting. Okay,
Yes.
good. So here we have finished this chapter. Okay, we are not going to start a new chapter as of now, and I don't think that will be the right thing to do. Okay, because all the recent chapters that we have done in the batch lately, they are going to be coming in your exams. Almost everyone will be having those chapters in their exams. So earlier we were doing the revision, right? Earlier we had done revision questions from some of the chapter. Okay. As of now, I don't have updates from you guys. Like vacation of most of you is still going on right now. Most of you in your school vacation is still going on. So once the vacation will be off, once your classes resumes, get your syllabus from the teacher, get your science syllabus and update me on that. Okay. Is there anyone in the batch as of now, in the batch, who have got their half yearly exam syllabus or any other exam syllabus? Is there anyone?
Sir, I got it except physics
You have got it. Oh, that's good. When did you got it, by the way?
a long time ago.
I think you told me about it, maybe I think.
Yes, I think I told you.
I must have written it. By the way, you're going to do these questions in the remaining time, by the way. Okay, everyone look at the questions while I'm getting important updates also from you guys. So except for physics, you have got for all other chapters. Okay. You guys can start answering these questions. I'm just looking at the syllabus of Mustafa. Priyanka, you haven't got your syllabus as of now, no?
No, sir.
Okay, neither you, Abubakar, right? Right, Abubakar?
Sir, my exams are done, but then sir, but then they did not send the marks.
Oh, you haven't got the marks yet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you have given your midterm exam. That's the half yearly exam, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After the half yearly exam, you will be giving your PT2 exam. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
PT2
I think.
exam. Okay.
Yes.
And okay. What's the probable date for that exam? You have any idea?
No, sir.
Not yet. Okay.
Sir.
Hmm. Also, is there any chapter, you guys tell me, is there any chapter that has been done in your school, but that hasn't been done in the batch? Do you guys think like there's some chapter that has been done in your school, but I haven't taught you guys here?
Some natural phenomena.
Some natural phenomena. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. And for you, Doha, I know like there are several chapters which have been done in your school, but we haven't done it here. Some of them are out of the syllabus as well.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
so structure of an atom hasn't been done at school, but it's in the syllabus.
It's in the syllabus, yeah. Okay, I talked to the council regarding this a week
Oh yes, sir,
ago.
I had a class. I had a class for structure of an atom,
Oh, class
like
was
just the
scheduled.
basics. Yeah,
Oh,
just one
oh.
class. She just gave the basics.
So all your doubts were clear, or do you still have some doubts left?
Yes, sir. I asked her some questions.
Okay, okay, good to know then. So is there any other chapter for which you will need some class or chapters that hasn't been done in the batch?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Yeah, you can start answering these questions. So first question here is, name one disease caused by bacteria in human. Each one of you will mention and your answer should be different from one another. Yeah.
The cholera.
Cholera. Okay. Name the bacteria that causes cholera. I'm asking this because
The
we have actually
Vibrio
learned about
cholera.
this. Vibrio cholerae. Very good. Okay. Okay, Vibrio cholerae. What is the shape of this bacteria?
So it's comma shaped.
Comma shape. Well done. Now you guys also mention some of the bacterial diseases. Yeah, Mustafa, Abu Bakr, Sprinker. What about tuberculosis? Tuberculosis is also caused by bacteria, na?
Yes, sir.
Right? No, that is Mycobacterium. That is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Look here. Let me write down the names. Cholera. It's caused by Vibrio cholerae. That's the name. Okay, it's caused by Vibrio cholerae. Then we have the example of tuberculosis. In short, that is TB. It's caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Yes, Priyanka, mention one bacterial disease. There's a hint for you. Mention, like, you can mention one of the waterborne disease. It's caused by bacteria, in which people suffer from fever, chills, cold. Yes,
Sir.
typhoid. What about it? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
typhoid is also a bacterial disease now. Abu Bakr, you also mentioned. You mentioned. Yes, Mustafa. What about you? Mhm. What about
Sir,
tetanus?
cold.
No, common cold is a viral disease. It's caused by virus actually. Okay, now common cold it is a viral disease. It's not caused by bacteria. That's why if two people in a room, if there's two people in a room, one of them is suffering from common cold. So if they were to cough or sneeze, so another person can also catch it. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have typhoid is there, even tetanus is there, plague is there, etc. State one function of the placenta in human reproduction.
So placenta holds the embryo.
Placenta holds the embryo. Actually, that is not entirely correct. That wouldn't be that is not appropriate. We can say it nourishes the embryo. That is more appropriate.
Oh, sir, because I got confused with placenta and umbilical cord.
Mm-hmm. Umbilical cord is basically that duct-like tube-like structure that's connecting the
Yes, sir.
fetus to the mother. Okay, now and in between the womb and the umbilical cord, we have the placenta. So initially, it helps in connecting the embryo to the mother's uterus wall. Then later on, its main function is to supply oxygen and nutrient from the mother's blood to the child. Then it also removes the carbon dioxide and other waste from the blood of the baby. Right now, that's the thing.
Yes.
Answer the third question, guys.
So the formula is pressure is equal to force divided by area.
Hmm. And define the unit of pressure also.
So
So you have to
Pascal
define pressure itself,
Pascal.
or
or Newton divided by meter square.
Yeah, basically we have to define pressure and its unit both.
the amount of force
Pressure
acting on a
is
specific area is called pressure.
Okay. And about the unit,
per unit area. Sir Pascal.
Pascal. How do we define Pascal?
Newton by a meter square.
In sentence, you can write down that one Pascal is the pressure exerted when a force of 1 Newton, acts o acts over an area of 1 square meter. Getting it?
Yes.
We can define this unit Pascal, that 1 Pascal is equal to is a pressure exerted when a force of 1 Newton acts over an area of 1 square meter. Clear? Okay. Answer the next question now.
Yes. So nitrogen
This one we
fixing
have done
bacteria
that
like
already. Yeah, continue. I'm saying fifth one we have done already moments ago.
okay.
Continue.
So it is present in the bacteria called Rhizobium. Rhizobium is a bacteria that helps in um, the nourishment of crops nitrogen. It helps in converting the nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds, and it is easily absorbed by the soil and increases the soil fertility.
Okay,
It's
it's easily
present in
absorbed by the
the
plant.
algae.
Continue what you were saying.
Also, it's present in the root nodules of leguminous crops and blue-green algae.
Blue-green algae also help in nitrogen fixing. Right now, blue-green algae are also known as cyanobacteria, by the way. The blue-green algae which I have
Yes.
mentioned, that's also known by another name called as cyanobacteria. Okay. Mustafa, you also explained this. Priyanka, you guys also why nitrogen fixing bacteria are important. Particularly the question here is why they are important. One of the aspect though has mentioned that it is easily absorbed by the plant, it increases the fertility. Other than that, what other advantage, what other importance could be there? Will it minimize the use of nitrogenous fertilizer?
Yes, sir.
So,
Haven't we learned about crop rotation also? In crop rotation, basically in alternate season, we will basically alternate the crops with leguminous crops. Suppose in the first season, listen carefully, in right now, in a plot of land, if I am growing leguminous crop, okay, so in the next season, I will be growing a non-leguminous crop. So while I will be sowing the seeds of the non-leguminous crops, do I need to add the nitrogenous fertilizers also?
Yes.
yes.
Haven't listened to the question carefully. See, right now in this season, I am growing leguminous crops in the field, right? Leguminous crops, they have root nodules in them. If we to look at the roots of the leguminous crops, they have root nodules in them. In the root nodules, rhizobium bacteria is found to be living. So rhizobium bacteria will take up the atmospheric nitrogen, they will put it into the soil, convert it into the nitrogenous compounds that can be taken up by the plant. And some of the nitrogenous compounds are left in the soil. So it is going to increase the soil with nitrogen. Soil is going to become fertile. So